Hey everyone, this is writing blog number 45. I know I said I was going to write a poem and post it every single day for 6 months a couple weeks ago, but I got really busy art directing a film called Boogeyman. Keep an eye out for updates of that. But as it turns out, after that and a lot of other things, my schedule isn't going to be getting any less busy, which is awesome, but also means that it's just going to mean that no more excuses. I'm just going to fucking discipline myself and do it regarding these poems every day. So that's that. I said it. Anyways, this is writing blog number 45. I struggled with the ending. Could use some feedback regarding that. And that's about it. I call it Martyrdom. Sometimes I feel so stupid. There are babies that can't hear. There are soldiers with enemies near. There are families that live in fear. And here I am, allowing destruction of my sanity, inspired by a downpour of all the should-dos and don't-dos, when it's not my brain lobes thumping, but the wire strings strumming and action that ripples from the feeling of the sharpness cutting through the softness of my still beating, still pounding, ever alive and racing heart. The time change from quarter notes equals 92 to half notes equals 92, adding in an effervescent cellorando, tearing through the major chords, them not being harsh enough to match the dissonant tritones in my head, letting my fingers bleed on the bar chords so that this heart has to pump harder and more furiously to keep doing the same old thing. Sometimes I feel so stupid. I page through the news searching for disaster, but I ruffle the pages wishing I could heal the world faster, feeling a servant to pain and the universe its master. The energy I've got for these words is a follow-up from tears. I wrench my gut thinking of all the crap consumed by years of allowing my pores to be open from the steam of the heat felt by pretty words and fantasies I openly accepted, believing the universe I own made it so that I was exempted from having to enter into the victim university, learning how to thrive against adversity. I thought the bullying and the lies and the rumors and the cheats were enough for my silky skin to soak in. Like the poisons resting in the sauna's steam room, released from the skin of these men, my pores perked up, latched onto the oily, deadly toxins, and the cilia reached out and grabbed tight, pulling their skin to mine and their mouth to my mouth so that I could suck in all of the pain they never let themselves experience. My talents of pulling out the tears they later claimed to be the sweat from the pressure of my scrub brush, chafing off the dead, unwanted skin, preparing them for perfection, so that after me, despite what is claimed, they are ready for the scented oils, the pretty perfumes, the perfection of beauty. That is not me. Me. I'm an ugly sucker. Though I spritz on love potions, roping into my candlelit, incense-infused abode, letting the smoke and steam bring it out, because it makes me feel alive to see them liberated from crying for the first time. Sometimes I feel so stupid. But the amount of people drowning in water torture, ships sinking into the freezing Pacific, whalers being poached by activists, fighting violence with violence, spearheading information, as if shoving facts down our throats with ulterior motives, taking our brains and dunking them into pans of palm olive and boiling water, resetting our once-free minds back to zero, to reprogram all the work our lives did to form an opinion we were entitled to in the first place. But our brains don't work alone. There are few mind cells in our hearts, didn't you know that? So when I decide to cleanse, I dive into a great lake, dunking my entire body so that every cell inside and out can be cleansed and refreshed from years of mudslinging, sweat-swapping, word-spitting, and ink-flailing, the liberation of my pores sticking close together, the fear of losing what I thought was me, the ability to open up and pull in all the pain from this broken world, thinking I can carry the weight of it on my shoulders, only for it to turn itself on me with a rush of rage, resentment misplaced on those who never wanted me to change them in the first place. Sometimes I feel so stupid. There are monks who light themselves on fire to prove their beliefs cannot be wavered. Suicide bombers crashing into buildings of humans chasing corporate dreams, led by the promise of announcements like wedding invitations in the papers, celebrating the loss, honoring their families. There are families who commit inside homicide, breaking the bones of their daughters to protect themselves from being ostracized by their God, religion, community, family, all blinded by a force that may not even exist. There are enough martyrs in this world, destroying themselves and others for a belief in something that is blind faith, giving up sanity, tossing organs in a basin of holy ash water, willingly forfeiting their potentially beautiful selves in exchange for a stenciled system, cut out of flimsy cardboard disguised with red paint and flashy fire to mimic power. We all go a little crazy sometimes. With the hope of an easy way out, with the promise of a quick end to our pain, death sometimes seems like the quickest answer, the best option, the most efficient way to make a statement, a way out of the responsibility for being born. Your heart doesn't have to stop pumping to die, though. Sometimes I feel so stupid. Like I'm tied to a stake next to Miss Joan of Arc, on the cross with pegs through my palms next to Jesus, about to take a bullet for the same prayer platform as Gandhi. Only my years of sucking poison and plucking heartstrings aren't seen as passion for a greater end. My quest for healing lovers won't be remembered as saintly. On a stone, perhaps, will be carved. Here lies a girl who bastardized her power, spun out and destroyed a network of opportunities, sprawled across a vacant dance floor, and allowed the waltz of love to trample her amongst the spilled gin and tonics, empty perfume bottles, and broken mirror shards. The world has enough martyrs, and I'm not meant to be one of them. This journey isn't meant for my former lovers to look upon and change ways. This journey isn't meant for the history books and religious rulings. This journey isn't meant for friends to cast pitiful arm extensions to. The best I can hope for and work for is that the best is yet to come. I will start breathing again. Counting 2, 3, hold, then release. I will suck in the oxygen of this earth and honor being born. I am not in a third world country. World isn't happening outside of my window. The economy isn't perfect, but I have food to eat every day. I am a bit deaf, but the rest of me hears and intently listens.